She stood frozen at the door. Her husband was on one knee, holding a ring, proposing to their housemaid she brought in with her own hands. But how did it get to this? Before this moment, Esosa had it all: the cars, the money, the man, and a daughter who adored her. But a single decision would flip her perfect life upside down, forever. It started so innocently. One Saturday, Esosa stepped into a supermarket to buy snacks and groceries. But fate had its own plans. She ran into Mike, her old university boyfriend. The one who once broke her heart. They laughed, talked, shared memories, and before she knew it, he became the listening ear she never had at home. A few weeks later, Esosa invited Mike to a quiet hotel, wanting to feel alive again. She thought she was smart. But she didn't know, the hotel belonged to her husband. That night, the hotel manager called Ton. "Sir, I think you should see this." When Ton saw the CCTV footage, he broke down. He didn't scream. He didn't confront her. He cried, and blamed himself for everything. One evening, Esosa stood before Ton and said, "I'm tired. You never have time for me, you focus more on your work and then you neglect me. I can't take this anymore and I deserve to be loved. I need attention and affection but you can't give that to me. So, I want to leave." Ton dropped to his knees, their daughter beside him, sobbing. "Please, don't break our home," he whispered. Even the 7-year-old girl clung to her mother's legs, crying and begging. "Mommy, please, don't leave us alone here." But Esosa turned her back and walked out. She moved in to stay with Mike in another town. Wanting more time with Mike, Esosa traveled to her village and convinced a young school teacher, Cynthia, to come care for her daughter. Cynthia was just 24, soft-spoken, respectful, beautiful in a quiet way. She moved into the house and filled a space Esosa never imagined she'd give up. Cynthia cooked, cleaned and washed. She became very close to Princess, helping her with all her schoolworks. This made Ton fall in love with Cynthia. One Saturday morning, Esosa came to check on her daughter. She opened the door and froze. Cynthia was sitting at the dining table, eating with Ton and Princess like one of them. "What is a common maid doing on my table?" she screamed. But by then, the home didn't feel like hers anymore. Esosa warned Cynthia never to repeat that again. Esosa tried to fight her way back in. She moved back home and then chased Cynthia away. When Princess got back from school and she could not find Cynthia, she cried and screamed, "Daddy, I want Cynthia back home." This made Ton very angry and he tried walking away from Esosa. Then Esosa reminded Ton she was his wife. But he looked her in the eye and said, "I know about Mike. I saw everything. And yet I still loved you. But you walked away. And now?" Princess calls Cynthia Mommy. Esosa could not believe Ton knew about all she did. She felt like her world was falling apart. Ton told her, "You're not welcome here anymore." Princess refused to speak to her. Tears streaming, then Esosa finally realized, she didn't just lose a husband, she lost her home. All because she couldn't wait. On her daughter's 8th birthday, in front of guests, Ton went down on one knee and proposed to Cynthia. That's when Esosa realized she had lost everything. She left the garden God gave her, chasing butterflies. But by the time she turned back, the gate was shut. Forever. Guys, what do you think about Ton's action? Did he do the right thing? Please tell us at the comment section.